complimentary admission to this event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by our students in an educational setting. Please give the participating athletes your positive encouragement and support. Your effort to applaud the talents of all players is appreciated. Please be an example to those around you. And now, the starters for the Spartans. Number 1, my junior, Kennedy Dingery. Number 3, my junior, Daniel Sorrell. Number 4, my senior, Aiden Brown. Number 6, my senior, Anthony Humphrey. Number 9, my sophomore, Megan Turner. Number 12, my sophomore, Riley Gibson. Number 10, my junior, Tony Carmel. Started coached by Peyton Ward. This is by and now, for the Bulldogs. Number 2, my junior, Harris Parker. Number 3, a senior, McKenna York. Number 4, a senior, Dusty Bashcock. Number 5, a junior, Addison Vanderwall. Number 12, a senior, Alan Green. Number 14, a senior, Adeline Lane. And in the power line, number 20, a senior, Shane Jacob. The Bulldogs are coached by Kelsey Edwards, assisted by Hannah Seach and Sarah Higgins. Special deniers, Kelly Costelletti, David Roth, line judges are Stephanie Green and Brittany Jacobs.
Afternoon. I was going to say morning. The morning was yesterday.
Oh, still got 2 minutes.
Good. Okay, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Josh McDonald here alongside Simon Miller. Welcome to Wildcats Live. It's district championship time, and if you would have told me 24 hours ago, well, 26 hours ago, that we'd be watching the Priest River Spartans play the Grangeville Bulldogs in the district championship here, District 1, District 2, for the 3A, I'd have told you, yeah, that's a long shot. It's a weird bet to make. But here we are, your fourth-seeded Priest River Spartans by virtue of beating the St. Mary's Lumberjacks in the loser-out match yesterday and then shocking the Kellogg Wildcats in 4 sets later on, are taking on the Grangeville Bulldogs, who pulled the old reverse sweep on the second-seeded Orofino Maniacs. And here we are.
There's something to be said, Josh, for playing and peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
And I think Priest River's got the recipe down so far.
Yeah. Oh. And right out of the gate, there's Desi Humphrey, who yesterday took home Player of the Match honors in, I believe, a couple of these of these district tournament matches. And
yeah, we've been trying to keep that tradition, right? We do that for the Wildcat Player of the Match, but we're trying to do that just in the spirit of the competition. We're picking out and we'll put another poll up. We got a few people watching right now, so these Priest River and Wildcat and Grangeville Bulldog fans, all these CIL people can vote on maybe who they think is having the biggest impact on this match.
And if you want to vote, make sure you jump in Wildcats Live on YouTube and subscribe. That way you'll always have the opportunity to watch Kellogg's sporting events, Kellogg's home sporting events. 25% of the time your team's going to be involved. So it's worthwhile for you to jump in. And
subscribing is free. This subscription isn't a paid subscription.
So exciting to see the Spartans have started this one out kind of hot. They're up 3-0 here. Starting today for Coach Kelsey Edwards and the Grangeville Bulldogs. Number 2, a junior, Karis Barger. Number 3, a senior, McKenna York. Number 4, a senior, Dusty Bashaw. Number 5, a junior, Addison Vanderwall. Number 20, the libero, a senior, Shay Jacobs. Number 12, a senior, Madeline Green. And number 14, a senior, Adelaide LaFay. And LaFay was, she was just an absolute phenom yesterday for, oh my. And the energy that this Priest River team plays with, and it starts.
That's the word I would use, Josh.
It starts at the top.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a coach who at times almost feels like she wants to be out there playing. She is a relative of one of our number 1 fans, Stephen Shepard. That's his niece. So there's some lineage there. Oh goodness gracious! And,
Josh, Priest River plays with. They enjoy it.
Yeah.
They look like they're having fun, and it doesn't matter if they're down 7 or up 6.
Yeah.
They look like they are having fun.
And it's no offense to Grangeville. I feel like I would be really intrigued by what a team like Priest River would do at a state tournament in a setting like that, where you have your traditional powers. Good block there. Grangeville really needed that one. Starting today for Coach Caitlin Ward and the Priest River Spartans, number 3, a junior, Jada Storo. Number 6, senior, Desi Humphrey. Number 9, sophomore, Reagan Turner. Number 10, a junior, Tony Marinello. That's also the libero. Number 11, a junior, Aaliyah Jensen. And number 4, a senior, Peyton Yount. Oh, and I apologize. No, it's number 12, a sophomore, Riley Dixon, in for Aaliyah Jensen, who is available to play but has a pretty good brace on her knee. She finished yesterday's loser out match and had a pretty heavy brace on that knee. But Riley Dixon comes in, and Dixon probably, she looks to be 5'11", 5'10", good timing, did a lot of excellent blocking, especially in that match against Kellogg yesterday. But, we talk about what these traditional teams you see at some of these state tournaments, and specifically when you have a team like Priest River who feeds more on forcing teams to make errors and then playing defense.
They don't have that front line size, do they? And Grangeville does. By the way, Grangeville, I hear a lot of basketball names on that volleyball team.
Yeah.
They're going to be a force in basketball.
Yeah, that Grangeville team. Karis Barger, the daughter of Coach Barger, the Grangeville Bulldog basketball team is just another loaded unit. There's Barger right there, and Priest River leads 8-3 right now. So the 4 seed against the 3 seed. Winner goes to the state championship. Loser advances. Has to wait until 5 o'clock.
Yikes.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a wait.
That's a long wait. That one is a little different. So yesterday's format was 10, noon, and 2. So everything was a real tidy, you finish one match, at the most you're going to have 3.5 hour wait. Now it's a little different. You're going to have a little bit of more extended wait. There's Yount on the kill there, dug out by LaFay. And Isla Wilkinson, ooh.
Yeah, right, that was a close one. We're going to see if we got that on replay.
That's a tough one right there. That's that classic purple with the black line running through it. We'll take a look and see what we get here. Wilkinson on the kill, and it drops. And it looks tight.
Yeah. Just has to get a piece of it, though, right?
Yep. There's, I believe that was Reagan Turner right there.
While we were talking, Grangeville put a little bit of a run there. It was 8-5, now 9-5.
Yeah, Reagan Turner yesterday played a heck of a ball game in that loser out match, doing just a little bit of everything and, highlighting the fact that this is a sophomore. The youth at in the volleyball ranks of the Central Idaho League is startling. When you look up and down these rosters, there's not a ton of them that are senior heavy. Looking just here, Priest River came into this matchup with Two seniors.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Grangeville.
Does Grangeville have the most?
The Grangeville has the most.
That's what I thought.
Grangeville is also, I believe, our largest community out of all of them. Grangeville, I think, boasts like 3,500 people in the community. Mm-hmm. So they are one of the larger communities in the Central Idaho League. I know the Kellogg School District encompasses several small communities.
Sure.
But I think when you tie in Grangeville and the surrounding area, it really probably is one of the bigger schools. So it's not surprising. Their football team last night had a dozen seniors on it, which is, literally twice as many as what Kellogg had. There's Wilkinson. Wilkinson yesterday, oh my.
You got to be kidding me. Man, she almost got that back.
Marinello.
That's hustle.
Making the hustle play there. And, sometimes a little bit of strength and leverage come into play when you're trying to do that. Marinello, I think, runs about maybe barely 5 feet. Serve goes out for the Bulldogs. And, for as quickly as this match started for the Spartans, Grangeville has settled right in. I mean, you don't come any closer to the sun than they did yesterday. And, and here they are playing for a trip to state in a district championship, which is just wild. I mean, in set number 3 yesterday, and I'll admit, we have to hold our media personalities accountable. There's the cold takes exposed. Oh, neck crawler there.
Yeah.
Easton Town and I were basically having a funeral for the Grangeville Bulldogs after set number 3 yesterday.
Yes. Last rites were being read.
And they were just like, because at one point I think Orofino had them down by like 6 or 7, and it was like, well, way to be here. Live to fight another day. You'll have another match tomorrow. And, I don't know, maybe someone had piped in the commentary to a parent.
Hey, guys are writing you off. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, show those commentators up there.
Digital locker room material.
We are not dead yet. And you're just seeing it right there. This Priest River team, their strength is in their ability to basically play a bend, don't break style of volleyball. What a block there. Set into the back row. I think that might have gone out. But, one of we had a guest commentator, Jen Kroc, in here yesterday, and she talked about, it's better to make a play than to err in judgment and have the ball land in bounds.
Yep.
When you feel that 50-50 about it, just make it a 51-49. Yep. Yeah.
And I don't know what the lingo is in volleyball and or what the I don't know what the trigger point is on that when you're teaching basketball and you're telling players what to do, but it does still seem like the ultimate split-second decision.
Yeah.
And it happens over and over and over in volleyball.
Wow. Desi Humphrey. Right now, I mean, we're going to get a timeout here. This lead's been re-extended. Coach Edwards taking a timeout, probably telling his girls, hey, settle down. We've been here before. But this Desi Humphrey, she's a senior. So the really unique thing about a lot of the senior athletes, especially the Priest River and even Kellogg, they were around when the league swap happened, when the change from 3A to 2A, when Priest River and Kellogg dropped, and then, classification realignment. Yeah. But Priest River got treated kind of like the doormat for a while. They were, that they had a couple years, especially in some of their sports like football and basketball, where they played almost a JV schedule. They didn't have necessarily all the funding to get to and from the way they needed to.
They've been struggling as a community, Josh.
Yes.
They've had some turmoil and
it's not been a peaceful environment.
No, it hasn't. And levies have been hotly contested, and trying to run sports programs and things like that, no matter what part of the conversation you are on, it's difficult when you don't have that support behind your community. And I'm not saying they don't have community support, but they have a lot of community unrest that I talked to their technology director quite a bit, and and I think it's a testament their sports are surviving. I guess they're paying an exorbitant amount to play.
Yeah.
And it's per athlete. So if you've got 3 or 4 kids playing sports, you're out a couple $1,000 maybe.
You're making your, the opportunity for your kid. But to get back to Desi, she's been a part of all of this.
Yeah, she's been through it.
I mean, for her to potentially lead a team to a state tournament would be the ultimate feather in the cap of a player who has had to grind it out, you know. And she also, wow. This, I mean, you look at the crowd here. The Priest River crowd is here.
Yeah.
They're on fire. Oh, we got Coach Brian Chase.
Well, I was just going to tell you, speaking of building programs, that's the St. Mary's Middle School team. There's a tournament down at the middle school in the admin annex.
Yeah.
And guess what they're doing during their break? They're coming up and watching high school volleyball.
Watching high-level volleyball.
And that's pretty cool right there.
It's just not surprising to me.
That's what Brian does. Brian's a program builder. He's done it in golf. He's done it in basketball. He's been involved in the football. And he drove his golf bus to state and to all their matches my last year before I retired. That guy's a dedicated.
That's dedication
person,
right there.
And he's a nice guy too.
Also goes to show, I mean, caring about the kids.
Yep.
And the programs. And you look, all of these volleyball programs seem to have. Wow, that sail's long. All of these volleyball programs seem to have 2-3 teams that are just full. So when you're talking about some of the other programs, you got football teams who struggle to field a JV, all these different things. But our volleyball, and it shows. Our coaches are passionate about what they're doing.
Yeah.
It looks like our coaches are having fun with what they're doing. What a hit there by Humphrey.
It seems pretty cohesive.
Yeah. There's a reason that this volleyball league is as fun and competitive and, seemingly – on the uptick. I mean, it's a shame that the top 4 programs in this league can't qualify for state, because I feel like all 4 of them are state-level, state-caliber teams.
Although this league does have a little bit to prove in volleyball, Josh, and the Wildcats have a stake in that as well.
Yeah.
Aside from, I think we won. Did we win a match in Lake City? We were up, but I don't think we won a match last year at state.
No.
And, getting to state is wonderful, but so there's still a little bit of a ceiling to break through there for not maybe the entire CIL, but in recent years, they have some work to do, and I think this would be the year. You're right. I think this is the year they stack up pretty well.
And, by the same token, with Priest River specifically, this Grangeville squad is built to take on the teams.
Oh, that was wicked. I don't know if you saw the movement on that.
This Grangeville team is built to compete at the state level. They've got the perfect blend of height and speed and strength at all the different positions. Meanwhile, this Priest River team would come in, and you would guarantee that whoever gets this Priest River team in a potential opening round match at a state tournament
is
going to overlook them hard. And they're going to think, oh, what a decision by Marinello. Right there, standing in the gap, gets out of the way. Let's see if we got the replay on the tail end of that. We might have just missed it, but the serve comes over, and she, last second, gets out of the way to allow that to go out of bounds. LaFay, nice hit there. Another one.
Look at this.
The flinging hands.
Yep, just the right. It almost always comes back into play.
Yeah. And we interviewed the girls, the Kellogg girls, yesterday, and Jordan Stutzky, Kellogg's libero, said Desi Humphrey gets her hands on some balls that we just don't understand how she does it. When she's throwing her hand out there, making a fist, and she knows how to cup her fist in just the right way to either pop it straight up in the air or to get it back over the net. She just does things that are unheard of. Looks like we've got maybe a rotation situation here.
Maybe a warning? I don't know. Not to see any points, but
no points.
23-9. This one, I don't want to say this one's over, but it's perfect volleyball from here on out for Grangeville if they're going to get this one.
It's been there's been some sloppiness on some things from this Grangeville team that just
right there.
Yeah.
A nice pancake dig and then a rescue and just a mishit on that.
Which, I mean, that's, hitting like that, that's one of the rudimentary skills that come with the sport. And when you're rattled all the way down to the fact that you're struggling to just do the things that the bare basics, it's a testament to what Priest River has done. Madeline Green.
That's a nice hit.
Madeline Green, a lefty, able to do some things that I think a lot of people aren't always ready for, and specifically right there, left hand.
I mean, look at this.
Yeah, left hand, left side is not easy. It is that is a challenging place to hit. Oh, and that'll do it. Set number 1 goes to the Spartans in kind of dominant fashion. Spartans take set number 1. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with set number 2. Thanks for watching Wildcats Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hot off of the rather dominant set 1 performance, Priest River Spartans have a 1-0 lead over the Grangeville Bulldogs here in this district championship match. Yeah, that was a 25-10.
They're still rolling,
stomping.
Josh. They are rolling.
And 25-10, or was it 25-11?
11, I think.
25-11, I think. Yeah. So, and for the Spartans, it was a combination of. We will happily. Oh, there's right there. That did not happen much in that first set. LaFay goes up and just meets Riley Dixon at the top of her jump to stuff her. And I'm not surprised that maybe the emphasis this set is going to be on defense, but you got to be able to serve the ball. Serve and serve receive have been issues for Grangeville kind of throughout this tournament. Mm-hmm. That has been where they've struggled. That was where they struggled early against Orofino yesterday, and then they turned it around. But I don't think this Priest River team is nearly as much play with fire, and they're calling for a tip, or Grangeville thought that the hit was tipped, but the up judge, learned that term yesterday, up judge, right there to say, no tip. Kill goes out. Ooh.
Crawler.
The most evil crawler I might have seen. Diabolical.
Yeah, what's that the equivalent of in another sport? I guess in golf it'd be like, I don't know, because it's not a bad serve, but it'd be like maybe you're chipping and it hits the pin and goes in.
Yeah.
In basketball, I don't know.
It's a bank shot, like a bank three in basketball.
Yeah, or like hits the rim and goes up and like just touches the top of the backboard and falls in. Yep. It's something uncanny.
It's the Michael Jordan shrug, is what it is.
What
like,
it is.
It's not pretty. We don't. Oh, we're gonna get a net violation, or is that over the net? Is there a certain threshold you're allowed to.
Like this way, over the top.
Which for like a Madeline Green or a LaFay, you have to almost temper your athleticism there, which was something, a few years ago we had a hitter, very talented hitter named Sierra Brandt, who had to temper her athletic abilities. What a dig there by Barger. She's so double hit. Yep, on Priest.
Oh, on Priest. Okay.
Yeah. And that little. I don't think it's a dump when it's like a set over the net, a direct set.
Right. A dump is more like a deception.
Yeah.
Like it's like this and then. I still think our term. We had a term for it. 5 years ago, however long, and before Coach Luna corrected us, I still liked our term better. I don't even know what it was, but I just remember I go, it's dump. That's disappointing.
No, yeah. And almost a term that feels awkward saying at times. Like, let's call, net crawler of her own from Bashaw.
It's like so-and-so with the dump. It's kind of like
sorry.
It's a volleyball thing.
Yeah. So 4-4. Kind of a
little bit more even now. Maybe Grangeville settled down a little bit.
I mean, it was a 8-7 match in the first set before Priest River rattled off, like a dozen straight.
Good point.
So maybe there's a feeling out process, maybe a lulling into a false sense of security. At times it felt like that's what Priest River did to Kellogg yesterday. This serve is, we used the term diabolical earlier to describe one of those serves, but that one, Bashaw is just dropping these right down the front of the net, playing with fire.
I like, I like to draw parallels to different sports, and the serve I would kind of equate to the free throw.
Yeah.
And I like the routines.
Yeah.
That they repeat every single time and bounce it a certain number of times, take a deep breath, just wide there. Yep. But I like that. I was watching hers here, very pronounced. And she.
Oh. Here comes a timeout.
All right.
Coach Ward taking a timeout. It went from I believe it was a 4-1 Priest River lead. Grangeville has rattled off 6 straight here.
Yeah.
And, the one thing that we learned yesterday is Grangeville feeds off momentum unlike anyone I've ever seen. And the second they get a little bit of that momentum, it becomes it's just like an addiction for them.
Yeah.
They're looking for the next momentum high, and they found it yesterday. Whatever they tapped into midway through set number 3 was, bottle that up and sell it, because that was crazy to watch. They were dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Pardon me here on the cough, but
give me a second heads up and I'll mute you, Josh.
Okay.
So you just say mute me or just give me a hand signal. I know it's not like when you're going to cough, but you might feel it coming.
But Easton and I had been talking about having a team. Priest or Grangeville was dancing in the huddle between sets 2 and 3, down 2-0. And I'm looking, I'm just going, what are they doing? I have never seen a team in a better mental state in this position in a volleyball match than this team right here.
I think they're battle tested, and it's from other sports too, don't you think?
Oh, gosh, yeah. That's one thing that definitely translates across. What a hit there.
Weren't they 1 point from the state champion? Didn't they get beat by 1 in the semis?
Yep. Ooh. Hopefully Vanderwall's okay there, or she's like a gymnast.
These girls are so tough.
A split on the attempt at the ball there. That's where in high school sports, just knowing that you've been in the trenches before really, really helps. And so, this Grangeville team knows a thing or two about a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two. And it might not be this sport. It might not be volleyball. It might not be other sports. But you know what? You don't see them struggle in tough spots in baseball. They're a pretty dang good baseball program. You don't see them struggle. Like, these things all carry over because they just know what they're doing. And it feels like a lot of their athletes really trust each other. The teamwork goes beyond just volleyball, whereas some of these schools, we know that certain athletes play one sport and one sport only, and, that's great. But, like right there, Karis Barger is I don't know if she plays a third sport. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I was going to bring her up, Josh. She's intense, and her mom coaches her in basketball.
And intensely.
And those two go at it pretty good. I mean, mom maybe has some liberties that what she can do because it's her daughter, but daughter comes right back at her.
Yeah,
they're intense.
They were playing a game here last year, and the Wildcats came out and kind of hit them with a little, ooh, what a block there. Who do we have on the block there? That's number 1. That's Kennedy Kingery, the junior reserve player.
Here it comes right here.
Just up.
Textbook.
Great block.
Timing, right?
But the Wildcats come out and stun Grangeville in the opening quarter, and you can see coach and daughter kind of chirping with each other at a more aggressive than normal cadence. And, wouldn't you know it, Grangeville rights the ship and ended up putting the Wildcats away. But that's the kind of leadership you have. And, again, she's only a junior, man. She's got another year of this. But
she's talented, and she works hard.
Madeline Green wanted the hit there, so she backed off of that. And now the Spartans are 1 point away.
Right back in it, aren't they?
Yeah, 1 point away from tying this up. Callie Stanger on the serve there for the Spartans.
I'm watching. You're talking, or we've seen this game go back and forth. The Kellogg girls came in. Coaches are sitting down here, but Jordan Stutzky can barely contain her energy. She is walking back and forth. She's talking to mom and dad. She's watching this game, probably sharing her thoughts there. And now she's back here. She's ready to go.
Yeah. I had a chance to visit with her for a few minutes before I got back up here into the booth. She's itching. I think the way yesterday went for her specifically, she didn't have nearly the success that she had grown accustomed to as a hitter. Some of those hits went into the net. She still did a really good job basically maintaining the back line for the Wildcats. But, when you have a lot of success as she has had this year, especially as an attacker and suddenly a scorer for this team, and then that goes away, and then, you're not only that, but your team loses, you start to go, like mentally, you go, was this my fault? How can I do this better? How can I help my team? And, maybe do I just need to, hey, until this starts to feel right again, do I go back to doing something else? And just the mental toughness that she has, because at the end of the day, she still has a very, very specific job to do.
Yeah.
And it's not be a scorer. Being a scorer was just an added bonus. For her, it's about maintaining that back line. So I'm not surprised to see her amped up and ready to go.
Yeah, she looks pretty locked in.
First one in uniform. She was the first one here. Love it. Absolutely love the effort and energy there. It's been a relatively clean set. Good hustle there. Not a ton of penalties. Oof.
Oh, that's a collision on the double pancake right there.
Yeah. And, this is where Priest River kind of flourishes. In the chaos, where it feels like each play is being made out of desperation, that's where Priest River tends to find their
Well, they're going to get it right here, Josh. They're going to get some chaos because Grangeville's built a nice little 4-point lead here.
Yeah.
See how they respond, or maybe Grangeville gets into a groove and makes this one the equalizer.
Reagan Turner there on the hit. LaFay's hit goes into the net. And that is kind of the nice thing when you can play this kind of brand of chaotic volleyball and know that you've got, Reagan Turner and Desi Humphrey kind of lurking on the outside. They'll be available to make a play when one is needed. but it's the rest of the girls and their ability to go, we can block here. We can, if we can dig that like Marinello just did right there. And that was kind of a, Callie Stanger at the net. We're going to get, the point going the other way. I thought there was some net there.
Yeah, I was going to say Grangeville was celebrating for a good 3-4 seconds before they realized they had called that.
Stanger tried to get there and just was unable to make a play because of that. And then what a serve.
It's just like, this is cliche in sports, but it's like pre-Striver, it's like they hit a home run after every side out.
Yeah.
They're if I could bottle that up, that energy is.
It's great.
I think it's a huge part of their success.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That was a sinker.
Barger's hit, dug out by Marinello. Desi Humphrey hit tipped there. Oh, LaFay's hit comes off her fingertips.
Couple
up.
of mid-range hits from back here for Grangeville didn't go their way, and just like that, it's tied up. Pre-Striver just, what did we say yesterday over and over? They're not going away.
No, and if you let a team like Pre-Striver, who thrives in an environment that's less than clean in terms of how the sport's played,
right?
And not to insinuate they're dirty, but
no.
It's not. If you were to watch like Division I volleyball, the highest level volleyball, you'd go, man, that is not the way Pre-Striver plays it. But what they do play it as is so perfect for the personnel that they have. Oh, found a hole. Desi Humphrey,
diabolical is what I'm going to say about that one.
Yeah, Desi Humphrey, man. She's just that girl for this team. And she found a nice hole there in the back corner and hit it where no one could get it, and now Pre-Striver's rallied and winning.
It was just so calm, Josh. That's timing involved there. Oh, that's in.
That was a tough one. Marinello couldn't quite get there. And, every serve that they were throwing out there, I believe the Spartans were going right at reserve player Frankie Galloway. Galloway she is a part of the rotation, but she is not one of the featured players here, and serve sails long.
Hey, we got Clint House in the chat, and he said roofing. Is that, what term were we looking for?
I don't know.
Or is that a phone autocorrect? I think we were talking about over the net, maybe. I don't think that was our term for dump. I think he's given us a term for how far over the net you can go, maybe. I don't know.
Take a look. If only there were a thing that we could use to
be careful and be careful.
Yeah.
But Clint House always there to help us out.
Yep. And if anyone would know, he's a volleyball coach's husband.
He knows, and he's a referee and a dad, so he knows quite a bit.
Ah, yes, that was what it was. And I think he's responding. When in volleyball, roofing is when a defensive player reaches over the net to make contact with the ball that is still on the other side.
Ah, I got it.
My man.
Clint House,
Clutch.
Wildcats Lives, boots on the ground.
Yeah.
He's he's a producer from afar.
Yes, and one of our
love it.
Most consistent fans, too. Ooh, and look at this. I think we might see a timeout coming from Coach Edwards here pretty soon. Yep, there it is. His team was leading.
Oh, goodness.
And just like that.
By the way, open invitation, Clint House.
Yeah.
Anytime,
Clint,
Wildcats Live. You come up here and grab a headset. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, you are one of the ones that we would love to have join us here. So, looking down the barrel of the rest of the day, Wildcats are going to take on Orofino in a loser-out matchup, and hopefully the Orofino girl that just fell off the bleachers is okay. That was – I just looked up at the right time, and I believe that is Jocelyn Josephson. That poor girl, I just saw her.
We might be able to get that on replay. Let's see.
She fell off the bleachers.
Oh, she's already down.
Okay.
Only at Wildcats Live.
Oh,
And we're doing that because she's okay. She's up and walking.
Yeah.
We're not advocating injury or violence falling out of bleachers.
Oh, man. Hopefully
she's smiling.
Yeah, it was real.
I mean, she might go back here and
let one out.
Cry. Once she's not in the gym. But
good decision there by Galloway to drop right out of the line of that serve, let it go out. And these are where, this is the little momentum shifts are, hey, let's steal a point here off a bad serve or a mistake they've made. And, most of the time it's, net crawler on the tap over there. Most of the time, Priest River is the one who's letting teams do that. Grangeville, if they could weaponize that a little bit themselves, it would go a really long way. Is that a double hit if two people hit it at the same time? Oh, Barger hits it out of the air. Kind of just a straight punch.
Got some mic issues over here.
Got a net violation. Or I don't know what the call is there.
I am not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the call was there. Dixon's hit goes into the net, and we're tied at 17.
Oh, this is what we expected. We expected a little back and forth, a lot of back and forth.
And it's weird because, I'm sitting here going, man, if Priest River pulls this off, they're in great shape. But knowing what we saw just a day ago,
Grangeville's just like, hey, we did this yesterday.
Yeah, we're more than capable of handling the reverse sweep. LaFay on the little wraparound.
I love
Marinello,
those.
yeah.
That's when you know your team really well.
And I absolutely always expect them to be just the most wicked shots.
Right.
Like they do that wraparound. I'm like, oh, man, they wound up for it. Something bad is about to happen if you're on the other side of the net. 18-17 Grangeville, opportunity to tie it up here. Set. There's Barger in the back, owning that net. Oh,
wow.
And LaFay's getting going right now. This is what you didn't want to happen.
Daughter Gemma's doing a pretty good job with the camera up there.
Yeah, shout out Gemma Miller. Wildcats Live film crew, man.
Yeah.
Good serve. Marinello's going to have to get
Josh, didn't Radley used to do some camera work for us?
Rad did a little camera. Ty Cheney did some camera in the past.
Yep.
It's always been fun.
Oh, we're getting another timeout, huh?
Yeah, this one from Coach Ward. Grangeville responded to Priest River's 3-point lead with a 3-point or a 6-point run of their own to take their own 3-point lead. And now it's the dark, deep, dangerous waters of the next 8 points are going to determine whether or not Priest River takes a 2-0 lead or this one heads to a 1-1 tie. And both these teams playing Grangeville's style is very, very much more traditional volleyball, what you expect. It's your bump set spike. It's not necessarily the
I like that word. I was thinking along the same lines.
Yeah.
Conventional. Traditional, conventional. And I don't know enough about volleyball to deep dive, but Priest Rivers, like you said, Priest Rivers feels more like we're striving for that, but we're okay when we're not in it.
Yeah. We can handle not when it gets ugly. We're totally okay with dealing with that too. Great hit there, Desi Humphrey. And you watch this and you start to wonder, you look at the spots where these teams had success yesterday. And I'm not sure how that wasn't a double hit there on Galloway.
I think they're more lenient on the first touch.
Wow. Desi Humphrey. LaFay.
Avoids net. I don't know how she avoided net on that.
Desi Humphrey again.
This is good volleyball, folks.
Humphrey on a kind of a heater right now. Blocked there, dug out by Barger. There's LaFay. Look at that.
Unbelievable.
The pop-up there.
You got to capture a replay at some point during this volley.
Reagan Turner right there. Oh.
And a block.
What a sequence for both teams there.
I want to see that punch. There's got to be a term for that too, right? It's not a dig. Look at that.
Yeah, it's just and that is
a deflection.
I don't know. Just beautiful reflexes. Good kill there.
Off the
fan.
Oh,
no. And the fan.
Well, who was it yesterday? Played against Kellogg. Played one. It hit that ceiling pretty hard and came down, you know, pretty fast, and they still dug it.
Changed directions because it hit it on one of the angled spots.
Yeah.
So that was a run stopper there. And, you know, the quirks of Andrews Gymnasium coming into play here. We have fans. We have these I-beams, the banners.
Shout out to Mr. Ford.
We did shout out Ford yesterday. LaFay. And LaFay, when she's hitting, and maybe it's something I'm just starting to notice, but it feels like when LaFay hits from the left side of the court all the way to the middle, those are the ones that she tends to hit long.
Gotcha.
Whereas when she's on this right side, it's very, very destructive and very, oh no. Jada Storo made a decision there at the net that I feel like at this point in the match, you probably want to stick to what you've been doing well.
Yeah.
She tried to get the tip there, and
they're in the danger zone right now. This is, even though you're within striking distance, that 25 comes quick when the team gets to 22.
Opportunity to score and get that point back. Wouldn't you know, Desi Humphrey.
It's good hustle by everybody over here. Grangeville girls, you know, you lose that point, but man.
McKenna York.
Bodies everywhere.
Probably doesn't get nearly enough credit for a lot the stuff that she does, but she flies all over the court for this Grangeville team. And her and Karis Barger they are absolutely speed on this court.
Boy, that set was pretty impressive.
Ooh, that's going to go out.
23. Trish Driver got to be perfect from here on out. Got to get the ball back. Got to score.
And the one thing that, you know, after the kind of the blowout win in set one, Priest hung around here. And you've got to, if you're Grangeville, you got to hope that you didn't use a ton of your energy basically playing with Priest River here. Ooh, set kind of awkward there by Barger.
They made it work.
Dug out. Dump over the net by Storo.
This is just another great volley. These girls are playing well.
There's Reagan Turner. And they really rely heavily on that set across court to like reset themselves. It's a really big part of the Priest River offense.
They're not going to go away easy here, are they?
LaFay. Marinello.
Get it over. Oh!
Wow. Great hustle there.
I thought they had it.
Yeah. Reagan Turner makes the play at the bench to get the ball back in play. Game or set point for the Bulldogs here. And this is the front line that's the most dangerous for the Bulldogs. When you have LaFay, Madeline Green, and Barger right there, you have a really good blend of skill and strength there, and that's how the second set's going to end. Priest River falling 25-20 to Grangeville. We're all tied up at 1, folks. We're going to take a little break. We'll be back with set number 3. Thanks for watching Wildcats Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Josh McDonald here alongside Simon Miller. We're heading for set 3 of this District 1-2 championship volleyball match between the Grangeville Bulldogs and the Priest River Spartans. Priest River came out, house of fire, took set number 1, 25-11. Grangeville responded right back with a 25-20 win in set number 2. And now we are in, at the very least, we're going to go into at least one of the 2 championship rounds, depending on how one of these teams responds here. Priest was...
What is it, best of 3 at this point,
yeah,
right? Basically.
Yep.
3 games, 3-set series.
And Desi Humphrey, that's a good way to start it right there.
Line judge, great sacrificial act right there to get that call. Other corner line judge with a little chuckle.
This Desi Humphrey, man, she is the real deal. She's been just such a consistent force.
Sam Buffington in the chat. Hello, Sam.
Pop up there. Ooh. Reagan Turner's hit from the middle of the court goes out. And those are some of the plays that, it just seems like those don't really tend to be Priest River's game.
Yeah.
They try to bust them out here and there, but they just that's really not where they make their killing. Adelaide LaFay.
I noticed yesterday, Josh, that's a pretty significant brace Yount has on, and she still plays quite well. But, so she must have had she must either have a nagging knee injury or she had a serious one and just protecting it. But
well, I can't, if it's a heavy brace mixed with some tape, mixed with another brace, but you're not wrong.
Pretty gutsy, regardless of what the injury or what the ailment is. Not important,
and
but gutsy.
Playing a jumping, landing, jumping position.
Yeah, absolutely. It's constant.
Humphreys hit, bounces up off the net. Barger's going to hit. Ooh, hit long there.
That looked long. Yeah, it did look long from here. But like Jen Kroc said yesterday, when in doubt, play it.
Play it. Grangeville, 4-1 here.
Grangeville seems to have awakened earlier today.
Yeah, a little sooner.
Took them 2 matches yesterday, and they got her geared up, but just 1 today.
Bashaw serving for the Bulldogs here. Great hit there, Desi Humphrey. Wouldn't you know it?
So fascinating that it's a great hit, and it was probably inches away from a great block.
Yeah.
And it turns out to deflect to where your team can't play it. There's just so much nuance in volleyball, and the ball literally bounces every which way.
Right.
It's pretty exciting.
Ooh, kind of a completely change of direction on the serve there, one corner to the other.
Yeah.
Reagan Turner hit is blocked out of bounds. Priest not going away. No surprise there.
Nope.
Don't be surprised if you hear that more often than not.
Absolutely.
Desi Humphrey serving now for the Spartans. LaFay hit long. I thought it was tipped at first. LaFay she is tall, and she hits from so high.
Mm-hmm. And she is pretty consistent, but she can get streaky too, where she'll rattle off 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I think it's all about the rotation, different spots and different players and combinations. Still fascinates me about volleyball, the substituting and
the math and the science of
it. Pretty great.
Desi Humphrey right now just sending missiles over the net.
Ooh.
Oh.
It was the ultimate crawler. She did just give the Michael Jordan shrug, Josh. She just basically.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know how I did that, but we'll take it.
Don't hate me because you ain't me.
Yeah. Ruby Benita in the chat. Do they play best of 5 in this game or just best of 4? No, it's best of 5, and it's to 25.
I'm not entirely sure what best of 4 is.
Yeah, and well, mathematically, no. And then the 5th, Josh, is kind of like a overtime, really.
The abbreviated.
To 15. It goes quick.
Blink and
Quickly.
you miss it. It is
In case my wife's listening.
6-5, Grangeville back on top here. Barger blocked, and
Yep.
they're going to call it, the hit wasn't blocked. It was net, and then a 4th hit there. Marinello serving for Priest River. Serves right at LaFay. Madeline Green there on the hit. And wow. Reagan Turner goes right after Karis Barger there. Like, just with no regard for.
Yeah, that was intentional.
Did not care that there was someone in her way. Ooh. Look at the awkwardly played ball by Barger there. There's Yount. That little cross court, she likes to hit down the line. She doesn't really try to hit anywhere else but down the line. And when they see her wind up like that, like it's almost like if you don't have that person in the opposite corner at the front.
The angle is impossible if you aren't ready for it.
Marinello's serve goes long. So Grangeville gets a freebie there.
It's almost like that cut shot in tennis. You know, it's like
yes.
it's at such an angle, and if you're not mentally ready to attack it, you're not going to get it back.
Well, and it's almost impossible to see it and then like will your body to react the way that it needs to get there, because it just seems like a nonsensical angle. Block, point for Priest. An aggressive Priest River at the net is kind of a unique take on their offensive scheme, because the bulk of their scoring comes from them making plays off of your mistakes. And when they are now acting as the aggressor, like they have runs like this. They used a couple of them against Kellogg yesterday, and they had a couple of them in that first set here where when they decide to be the aggressor, it becomes really challenging because it's like a change in styles last minute. How about the hit from Marinello there?
Yeah.
Oh, that one, ooh.
Looked like it was right on. It looks like it got a piece of the line. We'll try to get that on.
Line judge Brittany Jacobs right there in the corner.
Yep.
Kellogg alum and deputy Shoshone County prosecuting attorney.
I'd say that's a good resume
Yeah.
for a line judge.
Yeah. Yeah. Reagan Turner. And it almost right now feels like they're going at Barger. Like, if they can keep her out of the play.
Keep her occupied.
Yeah. Take her out of the play early by going almost like right at her head, where she's not able to. I mean,
right, I know what you mean.
Yeah, she's not able to really create the way she wants to. It feels very, like, blatant. I like it. It's a sound strategy. Seems to be working. Ooh, that was a weird little punch there. Desi Humphrey, tip. Oh, no. It's going to get over. There's Marinello. Desi Humphrey to the back. And neutralizing. This is where. Oh.
You got to be kidding me.
Unreal. Unreal.
You got to go full screen on that.
Poor Marinello's epic hit was wasted. Look
at this. Right here.
Yeah. Just desperation. How about the play there? Who was that from Grangeville? Number 6. That's Frankie Galloway making the play to keep the ball in play for the Bulldogs.
Why do I have a feeling this is going 5, Josh? It just right now feels like.
I mean, I've seen the volleyball matches in the past where, you know, a team wins in 3, but the scores are like 26-24, 25-23, and 29-27. And, you know, like on paper it's a sweep, but in reality it was as evenly played through 3 sets as you possibly can get. Great block there at the net. Humphrey going to have to desperation punch. Not a good pass to set Humphrey up there. Humphrey tried to create, and, she's been so consistent today that it really comes down to you've got to keep giving her the ball in good spots.
Yep.
Because the second you start taking her out of rhythm because you're not giving her the ball where she needs it, it really makes it challenging for her to be as good as she can be, and they need her to be.
There's another miss hit from the back line here. Grangeville's had a few of those.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's an unforced error because it depends on the pass you received. It depends on a lot of stuff, but doesn't seem like it's a high degree of difficulty. You should just be able to get that over, but you get a miss hit once in a while back here. Seems to be plaguing Grangeville.
And Yount right there just walled up at the net and forced Madeline Green to go, what do I do here?
Now we look at the score now, Josh. Now we're up to a 3-point lead for Priest.
And mostly just capitalizing on the mistakes made by the Bulldogs here. LaFay go to what has been working. And we know that when the rubber meets the road and it's a do-or-die situation, it's going to be LaFay on every single possession.
Yeah.
It's not a debate. It's not even remotely questioned. LaFay is that person. There's Yount blocked there by LaFay. It's a 1-point game for Priest River.
Little 2-point run here, maybe more.
Yeah.
Got kind of quiet here in the gym.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of just that anticipation.
Oh, and we're going to get Storo's going to get called for going under the net on the slide there. Talk about being penalized for a good hustle. This Dusty Bashaw serving for the Bulldogs. And we are knotted up. There's Riley Dixon, unorthodox hit there. LaFay, ooh. Good hit by LaFay, but it's what we talked about. LaFay has had a kill, a block, and another kill as 3 points of this 4-point swing for Grangeville.
Grangeville finding a little rhythm here now.
And Bashaw just, some of the serves from Bashaw, they just crawl over the net. There's
Priest River just like, oh, no, we're going to keep doing this too.
Well, we have a Desi Humphrey.
That's right.
And we will use her. She is so good. And right now, Desi Humphrey has been probably my player of the match. No questions asked. Both teams even. I feel like when you look at both teams and you find yourself in the situation where I think the Golden State Warriors did a few years ago, where it's like, we can't give the MVP to a guy on a team that has 4 All-Stars on it, so we're going to pick someone else.
Right.
And, you look at this team that has – it's just a loaded Grangeville team. They're so good. And, not that Priest isn't, but Desi Humphrey has been clear-cut, probably the most vital piece to this match being truthfully competitive. She was the key to the win in set 1. She kept the match or the set competitive in number 2. And without her, I don't think Priest River would be in this third set. And as I say that, Reagan Turner decides to.
Reagan Turner, and she gave the Jordan shrug too.
Yeah, well,
she just kind of.
Well, when it works, it works.
What can I say?
Marinello serving. Marinello.
I like this serve.
Yeah.
It
kind of hangs in the air.
Yeah,
but it changes directions.
Oh,
good decision by Marinello. She went up and was able to contort her body in the air.
Yeah.
That is, frankly, incredible that she was able to do that. Oh, gosh. Madeline, what a hit by Madeline Green.
Good recovery there by Grangeville, bringing it back to within 1. What a seesaw battle we have here.
And, on paper, it might not have been the 2 best teams, but they're definitely playing like the 2 teams who belong here.
Hey, I saw someone uptown last night before the football game, and they said, "What, like who's in the championship?" And I said, "This is why we play the game.
Yeah.
The game's not played on paper."
Ooh, there's Barger right there doing high-level competitive stuff. Isla Wilkinson comes in and plays really good minutes for Coach Edwards. And it feels like this third set has been going for a long time.
I was just going to say that.
No timeouts have been taken. Oh, LaFay hits the antenna. No coaches have used a timeout. 35 points have been scored. Like, you cannot play volleyball any more competitively than what we're watching right now.
It's great.
It's fantastic.
It's
volleyball.
Back and forth, and we hope we got quite a good viewership. I hope lots of Grangeville and Priest River people that couldn't make the trip are able to see this. So, that's why we do it.
Grangeville making chicken salad out of chicken crud there. That was not. That was not a clean play by any stretch, but it was a needed one because, going down by 2 this late in the match becomes just a very difficult.
Yeah, it feels like 4, right?
Yep.
Just because of the way the teams are so competitive.
Yeah.
But
we see teams rally from like 6-7-0 at the beginning of matches all the time, but the second it becomes 21-19, it feels like the end of the world. Yeah.
So Grangeville with an opportunity here. The serve and the 1-point lead.
This is what Grangeville's done all match or all game, though, is they've gone on these runs. They get down by 2, they go on a 3-4 point run themselves. And then Priest answers the bell.
That was a
sinker.
That was a breaking ball. Yeah, that thing just dropped out of the sky.
So the winner of this match advances to the state tournament. Here's the first timeout from Coach Ward. The winner of this advances to the state tournament, which is going to be at ICCU Arena at University of Idaho. So
is it ICCU now?
Yeah.
It was Memorial.
Oh, I don't know.
But it was on Memorial when they first posted on IHSAA.
Okay.
I don't know. It would be great if they would switch that to the ICCU. But Memorial's a pretty cool gym, too.
Yeah.
With the upper deck seating. And
yeah. Memorial is a cool facility as well.
Yeah.
Either one is going to be a great environment at University of Idaho. So a big collegiate arena to play in.
Yeah.
The loser of this match has a long wait, and they'll take on the winner of Kellogg and Orofino. And, the second these matches become desperation mode, it's just, and maybe that's the difference in what Priest River has done here today. They started this tournament in desperation mode, almost undeservedly so. They were one of the better teams. They knocked off the number 2 seed in the tournament just a week before to knock them out of the top spot in the league. So it wasn't like they didn't think they were able to play. Ooh.
I'm going to go pick up some band members. Here's your standby. You can either do the K-Wall with the court mic or any of these Wildcat purple or gold. Pretty easy. All right, I'll be back.
Grangeville up 3 now. Wilkinson on the hit, dug out off the ceiling. Grangeville pulling away. This is not what you want to do and not where you want to be if you are the Spartans. Four-point lead here. Reagan Turner blocked at the net by Wilkinson. And another timeout from Coach Ward. Timeout, man. Simon's running some errands here to pick up some band members We're going to have the pep band for our Wildcats against Maniacs matchup coming here in just a few minutes. But the Spartans are in just a world of trouble. It's now, I think, turned into close to a 7-point run by Grangeville. 7-point runs deep in the set. You cannot afford to be on the receiving end of those. Serve by Barger goes into the net, and that was the deep breath that Priest River needed. A little momentum swing. Maybe the Spartans can capitalize on it. Turner serving here right at Galloway. Bashaw on the kill, sails long. 23-20. A 7-point run of their own would essentially lock up the set for them. Go right at Galloway once again. LaFay from the back middle. Dug out. Desi Humphreys hit off Barger's hands. And it's a 23-21. Third set is tight. Wilkinson hit right off of Turner. Goes out of bounds. 24-21. Set point for the Bulldogs. Set into the net. Oh, 24-22. Going to bring up Kennedy Kingery to serve, the junior. Drops just over the net. My goodness. And we're going to get a double hit there, 24-23. It's getting fun now. Right at Galloway. LaFay. Put it in the back row. They're going back to LaFay. Ball over the net. And it's 24-24. And we're going to get a... Ooh, I thought we were about to get a timeout from Coach Edwards. He's going to let him play it out. What a recovery here by the Spartans. Kingery serves to Barger. LaFay's kill rolls down the net. Dixon in position to block. Going to bring up Vanderwall to serve. What a set this has been. Marinello. We're going to get direct set there. LaFay. Her hit is dug out by Reagan Turner. Tap over the net. Kept alive. And these Spartans, my gosh, they are, I guess, plucky. And that'll do it. Set number 3 goes to Grangeville. 26-24. We're going to take a little break. We'll be back with set number 4. Thanks for watching Wildcats Live. back, ladies and gentlemen. Josh McDonald here alongside Simon Miller. It's set number 4, this district championship match between the Priest River Spartans and the Grangeville Bulldogs. It's been a really back and forth contest. And shout out Alexandra Dixon in the chat. It's Riley Dixon's mom watching from Oregon. So happy she's getting the opportunity to watch. So happy to help. Spartans got a little bit of work to do. After starting this match out real strong, Grangeville has been able to steal the last 2 sets and now are 1 set away from punching their ticket to the state tournament. LaFay's hit. This scrappy Priest River team already playing a player down with Aaliyah Jensen on the bench nursing what appears to be an ankle injury. There's Desi Humphrey. Oh, just wild amounts of hustle right now. Good dig there by the Bulldogs. LaFay hit, almost picked up. Such a tough sequence for the Spartans, who are down 4-0. Uh-oh. Might be time for a timeout here if you're Coach Ward. Ooh, net crawler there. Madeline Green. Oh, that hit came off the side of her hand and went straight down the line. Like, you just cannot have a mistake go better for you if you're the one making it. Oh, Madeline Green blocking, and Grangeville kind of imposing their will early. We haven't seen this version of the Bulldogs yet today. And you have to wonder, Priest River has played more than anybody else in this tournament. You have to wonder, maybe their legs are a little tired. Madeline Green hit, dug out, Desi Humphrey. Great hit there by Reagan Turner, and a well-needed reprieve, much-needed reprieve for the Spartans. As we said before, winner of this advances to the state tournament in Moscow next weekend, or Halloween weekend, I guess, or whatever the days are there. What a hit. Wow. Desi Humphrey takes the serve there from Adelaide LaFay. Isla Wilkinson hit. Oh, Storo tried to get her hands under it, and it goes out, and Coach Ward going to take a timeout. And it feels very much like Grangeville is going to ride a wave of momentum into a potential state tournament berth. This is some pretty crazy momentum here that's been seized by the Bulldogs. And right now, I mean, just trying to figure out who might be the player of the match. I want to say that Karis Barger, who has just been all over the floor tonight for the Bulldogs, might be my front runner. Between her and Madeline Green, I think Adelaide LaFay has had her place, but it's been other players kind of setting her up. LaFay's serve right there. Madeline Green. Ooh. 10-2 Bulldogs. Dump over the net there by Reagan Turner. Barger's hit, played by Humphrey. Wilkinson's hit sails long, 10-3. Orofino team walking into the locker room, getting ready for their matchup with the Wildcats here in just a few moments. Ooh, kind of a crawler there by Stanger. What a kill there. Wilkinson gets one. Just a second after hitting one long, she comes back and just crazy the momentum shifts in this game. Oh, Storo's little chip shot out of bounds, and opportunities starting to slip away here from the Spartans. Hit goes out. Priest River gets a point, takes control of the ball. Oh, a little punch over the net there. Stanger. Barger's hit. Barger is playing crazy right now, just all over the place. 13-4. Barger's serve right at Marinello. Desi Humphreys hit, sails out. 14-4. Double-digit lead now for the Bulldogs. It is got to be near perfect from here on out if you're the Spartans. Wilkinson's hit tipped, played by the Spartans. Humphrey going to try a hit, blocked. And double hit there. 15-4. The third-seeded Grangeville Bulldogs playing just out of their minds right now. Barger's hit. Ooh. That one was pretty tight. That one might have benefited from the black line on the purple key. Barger's hit as close to in as you can be while still going out. Bashaw's hit, played by the Spartans. Wilkinson, great hit there. And right now, it's just almost trying to get the it's like the Spartans are just trying to get the Bulldogs off balance a little bit. Trailing 10 here. Wilkinson's hit goes out. (15-6). Advantage Bulldogs. Shaw's hit. Oh, played well by the Spartans there. There's Desi Humphrey. And it just feels right now like the Bulldogs have an answer for every question.
Josh, have I missed anything?
You did. You missed a heck of a finale to that third set. It ended up being a 26-24 finish. The Priest River came back. It was, I think it was 23-18, and they rattled off a couple and then had a serve go in the net and then rattled off a couple more, and they just couldn't close. And then Grangeville has just imposed their will here in set number 4.
So what was the third set, 26-24?
Yeah, 26-24. And Karis Barger has been unreal throughout this set and the end of the last set. Like, she might be front-running player of the match right now.
And you know what? A volleyball match is sort of like a marathon. You know, it could be 5 sets.
Yeah.
So you don't pop or shine in the first one, but
you have opportunities.
Absolutely. And then maybe it's in pivotal times. Maybe it's at the end of a set. Or
honestly, I'm a little surprised that this has gone this way. I don't think I thought either team was going to come in and roll the other, but you know, for Priest to come in, and I mean, that first set they won 25-11, then to pivot and Grangeville go 25-20. And then obviously, you know, the third one is the most competitive one we've had yet, 26-24. I mean, I guess it would only be apropos for Grangeville to get their version of a blowout. You get one that's a blowout for Priest, one that's tighter but not that tight, then one that's absolutely neck and neck, and then culminating with, here we have an 11-point lead, and Priest River, I mean, they look rattled.
Hey, Josh, in the chat, Alexandra Dixon.
Yeah, I saw that.
Pretty cool.
Riley Dixon's mom from Oregon watching us.
I think that is one of the most rewarding parts about doing this.
Yeah.
Is when we get messages like that, because it takes a lot of work to do this, but we like what we do, and we do it for our community, but we do it for other communities as well. And it's pretty cool to hear that.
Yeah. Oh. Isla Wilkinson has been really, really good in this third set or this fourth set as well. She's serving right now for the Bulldogs, but I still feel like Karis Barger has been just lights out.
Yeah. Playing
fast.
Is she the point guard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she plays.
It shows.
She plays all over the floor. She's front row and back row. Nice block there. Riley Dixon, like she heard us talking about her just a moment ago. That was crazy right there. Blocking LaFay is no easy task, and not just blocking her, but blocking her in a way that the ball stays in bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just insane. Go right back to LaFay. Blocked and out. Oh, I thought maybe.
Oh, yeah, blocked it out on this side.
Yeah.
So 27. This one's
This one feels kind of over, but never say never. I mean, the Spartans were in a pretty bad spot in the last set, and were able to rattle off like 7 straight. 7 straight right now would feel really good.
Yeah.
Marinello, great dig. Marinello's good. Desi Humphrey, good kill. They really have neutralized her down the stretch in that third set, and really for almost all of this. Jada Storo there, little dump over the net, came flying in like she was going to pop it up, and the degree of difficulty with that dump was pretty crazy. shout out to our viewers. We just passed the century mark.
Let's go. They want to watch I bet you these are some Grangeville people getting word, hey, we're about ready to punch our ticket.
Yeah, they want to watch a celebration.
To Moscow.
And I think they called a block there, but then the referee might have overturned it and said that no contact, that the ball went into the net and came back. So Priest with a little bit of life here. Not dead yet. Maddie Green, that left hand.
Almost hit the fan again.
Oh, Reagan Turner has been very, very good tonight or today. LaFay blocked again by Dixon.
And finishes. Leave no doubt.
Are we getting a net call?
It was close. Oh, yeah, he's calling it now, isn't he? I mean, that was still pretty impressive.
Looking to see who the call is here. Dixon is disappointed in herself. Coach Ward hyping her up. I don't know that I love that call at this stage in the match. Mm-hmm. I don't think it affected anything. You know, breaking a rule is breaking a rule, but, you know, no one was there. She wasn't even challenged at the net. She just went up to block, and when the ball came down, no one was even there. Tough break, though, for the Spartans. 21-9 here. LaFay, net crawler, and that has been the story of this set for Priest River. And, you know, we talk about it's kind of a fun, chaotic style of volleyball they play, but it can't always – you're not always going to get all the breaks, right?
Yeah.
And as much fun as to watch them get those 50-50 balls, or really even like 25-75 balls, because – they're not normal plays that they're making. You don't see a lot of teams making the degree of difficulty plays that Priest River does. But eventually your luck will run out. And if it runs out enough, like it did here in this, like this set feels really bad in a match that has been really competitive. Mm-hmm. Like this is going to not accurately display. And you know, I could be, you know, jinxing them. This is what I'm really good at.
Josh, my dad would say – it was closer than the score indicated.
Yes.
And he also would say it was not as close as the score indicated when it went the other way at times.
Ooh. Karis Barger, LaFay, tap over. Way to land and not violate the net there. They're going to go back to LaFay. Marinello right there. So good tonight. Reagan Turner, good kill, dug out. They're going to go to Barger, who's met at the net. We're going to get Barger's going to get called in the net this time.
Priest River is clinging to life right now.
Yeah. They need a run here. It's got to be a good
Marinello
one.
needs to rattle off about 10 here.
You know, we saw Ella Regina go 13 straight yesterday.
Yeah. And
there is not one of them. Ball's tipped. Point for the Bulldogs. And Coach Ward's going to have to do a little housekeeping during this break that she's about to get. I don't see 13, 14 straight for Priest River in our future.
No. Bulldogs just
a little chip. I think
anticipating that final point here.
Yep.
This might be it.
Madeline Green. Nope. Desi Humphrey right there to stifle that one. Madeline Green again. Sets for LaFay in the back row.
Oh, that was wicked.
That was a great hit there.
Great hit. Great dig.
Reagan Turner. They're going to set. This time they're going to go to Wilkinson. Oh. Barger blocked. Yaunt.
Oh, boy.
What a finish here.
This is why they call it volleyball.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, there's not words to describe
that. That was a lot of fun to watch.
It was. And having it be like the potential final point.
Yeah. It's a shame that this is the space between the two teams is as far away as it is, because if that was a 23-24 situation, the gym would have just blown up there. Ooh, and there's a tip.
Yep.
Tip on that one. And that will do it.
That's a district championship right there,
District
Josh.
championship
Yep.
for the Grangeville Bulldogs.
After being down 2-0 yesterday.
1-0 today.
And 1-0 today, and come back to win the District 1-2 championship, punch their ticket to Moscow. Congratulations, Grangeville Bulldogs.
And I think I'm pretty comfortable with Karis Barger being the player of the game.
Yeah, I would agree.
She's been really, really good.
I don't have a strong counter to that, Josh, other than a couple of her teammates that were also good. But I think at the moments when they needed it, she brought it. And congratulations to the Grangeville Bulldogs.
And congrats.
We'll go ahead and go down to the trophy presentation
and the court cam.
To award the district champion Bulldogs their trophy.
Hey, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Your Grangeville Bulldogs are the District 1, District 2. Oh, we're going to do all league here, too.
Oh.
The District 1, District 2 champion Grangeville Bulldogs. So we'll send it back to the camera for all league.
Our second member, a junior from Kellogg, Danny Henderson. Our next member, a sophomore from Kellogg, Paige Regina. Our next member, a sophomore from Kellogg, Jordan Spenske. Next, a senior from Orvino, Riley Giffen. And a senior from Orvino, Kennedy Coleman. A senior also from Orvino, Leah Johnson. A senior from Bruce River, Desi Humphrey. Next, a junior from Bruce River, Tony Marinello. A junior from Bruce River, Jada Scoro. A senior from St. Mary's, Maya Asbury. And a senior from St. Mary's, Brenna Elliott. Riley Summers. Big hand for our all-league team and coach of the year.
You don't need to treat me like that. You thought she could get away.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just did our all-league team, and I didn't write down all the names, but I will try to give you the recap best I can off the top of my head. From the Priest River Spartans, you had Desi Humphrey, Tony Marinello, and Jada Storo. From the Orofino Maniacs, we had, one second here, we had Livia Johnson, Kennedy Coleman, and Riley Diffin. From St. Mary's, we had Brenna Elliott, and I think I'm missing my St. Mary's roster right now. Yeah, we have a St. Mary's roster. I can tell you who the other one was. It was Brenna Elliott, and I want to say Mia Ashbury. And then from Kellogg, you had Jordan Stutzky, Danny Henriksen, and Paige Regina. And your Intermountain League most valuable player, Ms. Adelaide LaFay from Grangeville. And then Coach Summers from Orofino was named Coach of the Year. So, fun shocker here. If you're a Grangeville fan, shout out winning the district championship with only one all-leaguer, and it happened to be the MVP. So, all's well that ends well, right? You know, if you have the most valuable player, you should be the team that wins it.
You got the MVP, and you may not have the largest representation on all league. That can sometimes be by vote. Sometimes it can get political or whatever. But you have a good team because you just won the team event.
Yes. So we're going to take a little break. We're going to be back with the loser-out matchup between the Kellogg Wildcats and the Orofino Maniacs. Thank you so much for watching Wildcats Live. We'll see you in a bit.